EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Hello guys and welcome back to the EGB Arena Blood Tournament. We have a best of 3 between B8 and Aggressive Mode. Aggressive Mode which recently had to change 2 of their players. I believe is Lil and Naive, their carry and their 4 respectively, and Thug and Desire will be standing in for this tournament. B8 takes the first match of this series. Let's see what happens in this next match. Your caster for today, myself, the Swordfish, and joining me, Seek and Strike.
Yeah, I'm going to set the bar high real quick off the start of the bat and just going to say, you know, it was a little naive to think that those guys are going to stick around on aggressive mode that long.
So we have a Mars and a Rubik picked up for aggressive mode. B8 with the Ancient Apparition and the Clockwork. Very strong combination coming out from B8 already. Clockwork is a flex pick, 3 or 2. To stop laughing to yourself. And Ancient Apparition, sorry, 3 or 4. And Ancient Apparition as your position 5. Works nicely for them. It's effective. Aggressive mode might opt for that Rubik mid yet again. We'll see. But they have decided to at least go for Mars Rubik.
Is that the Batmobile as the team banner?
No, it's not a. It's a bike, right? So Batmobile's a car.
Oh yeah.
So it's the Bat bike, if anything.
I guess it is called the Bat bike. I don't know.
I have no clue. It just looks like a cool bike.
Do you think that's like? Do you think the Spartan's like, don't worry, guys. I got a real cool banner for us.
I mean, to be honest, isn't their logo like a naked man showing his chest or opening? Yeah, it's showing his chest. Yeah, it's like Beastmaster.
It looks like a gorilla though. It looks like a silverback gorilla.
I don't see. I said naked man, right? Is that not the same?
Oh boy. Well,
we come from monkeys, people. Accept it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Anyway, this is gonna be the PL pick. Let's stray away from this before Alvaro starts talking about vaccinations. Oh.
I was not gonna go that way at all. Phantom Lancer picked
no.
up by B8. So an answer, I mean, just a way to continue this kind of straightforward draft of good picks in this meta. Phantom Lancer has been one of the pretty much, I think he's the premier illusion user right now. He's one of the top carries if Troll is banned. Troll's not banned, but they don't want to risk it. And he's one of those heroes that has a very consistent upbringing, I guess you could say. Because
he grows up in a good lane.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes to a nice private school, private insurance, you know.
Because his lane is nice, right? He always has the resources. He was born with a silver spoon, so he has the Spirit Lance, he has the Phantom Rush. His laning is pretty good. His mid game is not weak. He can fight if needed with the Diffusal Blade. Rather not, but he can. And he farms great, right? He's a very all-rounder hero. He's the Luna of this meta right now.
Sure. Yeah,
in that sense. But it is true that the Phantom Lancer can be countered. So as a third pick, it's quite it's quite confident. Mars already being picked up, pretty good anti-Phantom Lancer hero because you find out the real one with Spear of Mars, and the God's Rebuke deals with illusions quite nicely.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see how aggressive mode decide to play this. They still have the options of Ember, Sven, all are both in the pool. Though we haven't seen Sven much, only OG plays them. Magnus is in the pool too.
They can try the Troll again, but I mean...
I wouldn't mind the Magnus Troll.
There's the Razor Band.
I wouldn't mind the Magnus Troll. I think they played Troll well. I think the issue was just they underestimated Razor.
Yeah, definitely agree with you.
Yep. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I want to see their second support first, not reveal anything. You just forced the enemy team to pick up their carry so early, but they did pick up 2 supports first. So you want to do the same thing. You don't want to reveal too much about your draft. Go for your pause 5 here. If it's Sass, I don't know, Venge, Crystal Main. Oh, Lina. Okay. Potential flex pick on the Lina then?
Potentially, although I don't like Rubik 5. I think the hero... He's good with he's good with levels, don't get me wrong, but he's even better with items.
You can play 5 Lina though.
I don't know if you can get
like
away
Beast
with
Coast,
that.
like Stinger Lina. That's what I'm talking about. The Lina that goes for nothing, Ether Lens at all, and you don't go for
Aether
Yos.
Lens and the talent.
Yeah, exactly, and you should be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been done. Beast Coast does it a lot, and they're successful.
Good point. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I don't like. I mean,
I don't love the Rubik 5.
The Lina 5, I'm a little bit hesitant to go with it, but I can definitely see a case, and I think we've seen it been played by Beast Coast. But the Rubik 5, I really wouldn't like to see. But either way, it's
Yeah,
still,
Rubik 5 is not
like
good.
we were saying before, it still does not reveal a core, so we still have a potential pick to deal with the PL. So
Unless it be a
and,
mid,
and you
right?
know,
Yeah.
even if it is a Lina core, that's not too bad against
You
PL.
don't know that yet, right? Which is the
No,
big
no.
thing.
But even you got 2 good wave clear spells on you.
And BA can now answer to this pick. I think the Lina's way too contested though. For like in CIS, they seem to value this pick a lot. I think it's not that great. Honestly, a lot of other regions value her much less. Definitely a tier 2, tier 3 hero.
I'm surprised we didn't see the puck.
Oh, it's true. The Puck is not. Well, actually, Puck could be a good mid for B8, to be honest, if anyone wants to play that.
Mm-hmm.
Puck, Zeus are probably the heroes that come to mind when you want to beat Lina in the lane.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Grimstroke either for aggressive mode. I think it's too late for the B8 roster, but just because the Grimstroke will always find the real PL there with the Link or with the Soulbind.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I do agree. The Grimstroke was nice. And the Grimstroke was really good because it clears illusions nicely.
Yeah, it helps. Doesn't let him doppel away. Doesn't last too long.
Inksoul's pretty good with Mars.
Mm-hmm. It's another potential pick. I mean, we still could potentially see it here for the aggressive mode, but I had my doubts in this draft.
I do like the Grimstroke actually. Very good with Rubik because Fate Bolt's often underestimated. If you get 2 Fate Bolts
Oh,
off,
yeah.
that's that stacks and the damage is fair enough.
Yeah.
Laguna Blade is really good. Yeah, I like the Grimstroke pick for aggressive mode. It's not a SAS Spartan here that comes to mind because really the heroes that come to mind with him is Venge and Crystal, but I mean it's a hero that you can play that's in the meta. So
Yeah.
B8. Oh, and Oracle as well, but I don't think the Oracle's been banned as well for SAS.
Yeah.
Both actually Oracle, the Chen, the Cookie Master, Snapfire.
The Cookie Master.
Yep.
We have Beastmaster. You have
Cookie Master.
Beast Cookie Master.
What is BA gonna pick up? Probably your off. Well, actually, you pick up your if you can pick up your mid here. No, you have last pick, so you want to reserve that last pick for mid. So you pick up your offlaner and reveal where Clockwork goes. It's pretty obvious. Clockwork's a 4 with an Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
Legion maybe. Oh, Void Spirit. Yeah, sure.
Some flex again.
Yeah, potential flex for mid in the off chance. Void versus Lina is a terrible matchup though.
For Void?
For Void Spirit, yes, it's not a good matchup because Lina deals enough damage to counter you.
To burst through the shield.
Like you kind of even are forced to go. No, not even the shield. You don't care about the shield because your damage is magical. Because the shield only blocks the auto attacks and the physical damage. So Lina just he just dragon slaves you, and ignores the shield.
But anyway, this is gonna be the.
I know you know that. That's why I'm clarifying for the audience. Okay, this Underlord I was not expecting. That's a Mars mid then. Oh.
Oh.
I love when they try out new washed up colors.
Yeah, this one's a little bit different. This is like trying the Instagram filters before you post it.
It's exactly what
Yeah,
it looks like.
yeah. Well,
Except you're doing it live.
I like this one a bit better though.
I'm not really sure.
It's brighter.
I wonder if there's an option for normal Dota. That's what I want.
No. But anyway, going into
Mars
the
mid
last
then.
bands.
Mars mid. Which shows Lina is definitely going to play support. Underlord 3. Rubik. Support 5 or 4. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. They banned the troll. Okay, the Mars mid is good against Phantom Lancer. You still need a hero that deals with Phantom Lancer as the carry. You could actually opt for a Sven here because of how farm independent your other cores are. Both Underlord and Mars don't really care about that. Sven farms really quickly. You have nice stack makers with Rubik and Lina.
Does the Aghanims on Sven, does that reduce the cast time at all, or is it still the same cast time?
What, for the Stormhammer?
Yeah, for the Stormhammer.
I mean, no, it doesn't reduce the cast. It's an
Well,
interesting
I'm
question.
just curious. I doubt it does, because I know it's
No,
got,
it doesn't reduce the it doesn't reduce the cast.
because it's got a little bit of an animation there, and I don't know if you can get that away between the
That is a
battery
good
assault
point.
procs.
Oh, they're gonna go for Ricky instead. Okay, Ricky Battle Fury to deal with Phantom Lancer.
Oh, there's the record scratches. Says maybe that's throwing a wrench here in the B8 draft.
I don't think so. I think the Ricky's pretty good against Void Spirit and Phantom Lancer, but he is incredibly vulnerable to Clockwork and to Ancient Apparition. So
Yeah, and
he's
the
okay.
upcoming Terrorblade pick that B8's about to pick here.
Don't even. I'm hoping that's a Void Spirit offlane for B8. Phantom Lancer is played in the carry, and you pick up a mid hero. Zeus is perfect right now, honestly. I really hope it's Void Spirit offlane. They have played it before, right? It was them? No, it was Shishakat that played it in the offlane.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it might be a Void Spirit mid. I would still rather have Zeus. Zeus is so good now that Ricky has been picked. He beats the Mars mid. Okay, no. They're going to go for Void Spirit mid against the Mars. Alright, understandable. He does beat the God's Rebuke. I'm not too bothered by that. I do think that the issue with Void Spirit mid is that he's very susceptible to Ricky. Incredibly susceptible to Ricky. So,
You are correct. It's a good catch. Can't dissimulate or blink strike. I'm sorry, astral
Okay.
step away.
interesting. Thug is playing Mars. Does that mean that it's a Ricky mid?
Yeah, seems to be the case.
It's hard to tell because Thug also used to play mid, so I know they can both play that position, even though Thug recently changed to the carry position. These refs have been all over the place.
Yeah, they really actually didn't expect to see an axe today. How are the lanes looking here for B8s?
The axe against the Ricky just literally pees on the Ricky, I was going to say. I was trying to find the right word.
And pees and urinates.
Urinates, exactly. That's thank you.
Ah,
Urinates.
yeah, I
He
gotcha.
defecates over all over the Ricky.
There we go.
There we go. It's very strong against Ricky because his armor you don't care about because you have pure damage. Ricky can't really attack you. Ricky attacking him an axe. You can cut lanes. Ricky can't do anything against you. The supports are super weak for aggressive mode, especially because they are playing the Lina 5 as suggested, which is not that great against an axe. Doesn't really stop you from farming. If it's axe plus clockwork, goodbye Ricky. You know, it's
a good space for the PL. Really good space for the PL.
and the Underlord does beat him in lane pretty hard though. Underlord beats the PL in lane, so I do question how they're going to play this. Maybe they leave the axe alone and play Clockwork Ancient Apparition.
I think so, yeah. You go for a really nasty tri-lane combo here. Just the slows into the Clockwork Battery Assault.
Because that should be fine no matter what.
And then just let him farm, yeah. Because what are they going to throw against Axe here? Alina? I guess you outrange him, but, I mean, you don't really care.
No, the Lina doesn't deal enough damage to Axe because he doesn't care about the fast attacks. He cares about big attacks. Because of the actual stout shield, actually.
And now there's no +8 damage on the Ring of Bacillus on Alina anymore, so he doesn't care.
You don't have much damage against an axe. And your armor's kind of bad. You might want to go for Ring of Protection.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I think we see a lot of offlaners do that. If not the Orb of Venom, it's usually a Ring of Protection, or two even.
Yeah, I like the double Ring of Protection generally, because you turn one into Vlad's, which is always useful, and the other one can turn into maybe a Buckler for later, and then a Sakura's potentially, whatever.
You know, I was really surprised is Adam. This is the first time I've ever heard him.
When you say Adam, you mean 3 for 3.
Yeah, Adam 3 for 3. He calls Vlad. He calls it offering.
I've never heard that either.
Me neither. I've never heard it. I've always just heard it called Vlad's, but he's old players. He knows what
Nah, but in Dota 1, I can assure you it's called Vlad's. It is true that SCA has their own things. Like, for example,
like
SCA. SS?
Yeah.
No, SS was back in Dota as well.
Really?
Yeah, Dota 1 people used to say SS, like because it's miss, so SS from miss. That's what I understood it as well.
Wait. SS from what?
SS means miss.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
SS means like super spell. It's like when they say like pop Marana ulti, Marana SS here in SEA. It means that Marana ulti.
Oh, okay, I never heard that.
Yeah,
SS in normal Dota means miss. Like SS someone is miss, 100%.
Never seen that before in my life.
Like that's a Dota 1 term.
Oh.
That's a Dota 1 term. But I've never heard the super spell.
Yeah, no, that's the
interesting.
thing. Yeah, I saw it on Reddit. It was a comment from, it's a mechanic from a really old ARTS sort of
right.
MOBA.
So I was, right, that explains it. So it was from another MOBA that they
your super
called
spell.
it.
And
Right,
then,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
no, they call it here. But anyways, lots of super spells. No Rubik. Oh, there's a Rubik actually. Lots of super spells for him to steal this game, I think. Call can be huge. The Ice Blast potentially.
Stop calling them super spells. If
about
it comes
it.
from another MOBA, I don't want to hear it.
All right. Well,
Okay, I want indigenous Dota terms. SS means miss. This is Dota.
Look. What do they call them? Champions? What do they call them in League of Legends?
Garbage.
Yeah, that is correct.
That's what it is.
That is correct.
What garbage did they pick today in this garbage game? And everyone's like, oh, yes, Faker. All right, Dendi is going to have a lane against the Mars. Interesting. I do wonder how this matchup is because I've never seen it before, honestly. We have seen a lot of Mars mid. Well, not a lot, but a fair amount of Mars mid these days. It's going to be Thug playing that mid lane on the Mars, which is fascinating because Thug in the recent, the last year or so, Thug has played anything from mid, carry, and off lane. So actually Mars fits that perfectly. Very interesting. And we're seeing Ricky obviously having a really tough time. Nice dual off lane just to annoy Ricky at first. Let's see how the Phantom Lancer does and how he fares against the Underlord. It's a very tough lane for a Phantom Lancer. He might actually even max Doppelganger just to be able to withstand the Firestorm harass.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. It's very tough. It's tough lane because he takes away most of your damage. And since Underlord deals with your base damage and your Spirit Rush gives you base damage, Spirit Rush is actually kind of useless. Or Phantom Rush. Sorry.
Nice dodge there of the Aether Remnant.
Yeah, but look at how well Dendi is last hitting this. He's playing this pretty well. He's concentrating on the last hits because he acknowledges that there's no way that he's going to beat him in denies. Because Mars is a nice attack animation, and he has the God's Rebuke.
And he's got an attack range to rival Monkey King.
It is true. It's a fair attack range. I don't know how he just did that, by the way. How did he just attack the air? Anyway. I'm glad that our observer is very fascinated by this matchup, because I'm fascinated too. He's like, I've never seen this.
Yeah, it is a pretty unique one here. Newer heroes, which...
I was expecting the Void Spirit to do actually slightly better, but it does seem like it's slightly Mars favored. I would say like 60-40. Just because of the God's Rebuke being such a strong lane control mechanic.
This top lane is going pretty good so far for Ghostic, however. 7 and 3.
Expected.
Yeah.
Expected.
I mean, how do you stop an Axe?
You don't. And the issue here, and this is the big thing about Underlord versus Axe, when we're talking about the offlaners, is they both have good lanes, but Underlord will not scale with farm as well as the Axe. Axe can win you the game, literally, whereas the Underlord will not. Underlord will give you a lot of useful, auras, but that's it. Nice play by Sunlight there with the tricks of the trade, annoying King R. It's only Battersall level 1, so it barely deals any damage. Sunlight might be the target regardless again. Nah, they're just creep skipping. They know that Ricky actually has a tough time lasting on her tower in the early levels.
Yeah, and I mean, even the PL is doing a
Look at
bit
this.
better.
Oh my god, Sunlight is not doing well at all. They're going to jump after him. Nice blink strike there to get rid of the battle trends. King R barely grazed, but enough. With a light strike array, Ghost Stick. He's like, yeah, sure, attack me. It's good. It's good. Keep attacking me. Let me take these creeps for free.
In between the tier 1, tier 2. Oh, get the deny! Not a chance.
That's the thing. Lina also has a really piss poor attack animation.
Indeed. They've rotated the Rubik over here.
Someone stop this
Help!
axe! There's a naked man in my lane.
There's an angry red tomato here.
Oh, he's gonna die actually. The tomato has just become rotten. King R doesn't quite get the kill on Desire. Battery Assault a bit weak against 3. Light Strike Array just barely gets him. And that's double kill. So great rotation.
They're low though. There's no healing salve here on Riki, so Axe can come back in and completely get right back to work here. There's no courier heading towards the Riki quite yet, but there should be one soon. How they doing bottom? You
created a lot of space for the Phantom Lancer. I mean, obviously Underlord's a good matchup against Phantom Lancer, but not good enough to the point that you can just solo him in assist support, obviously, especially Ancient Apparition. Pretty great against Underlord to his magical damage. Because Underlord, decent tanky HP, but not as much as you would think. Most offlaners actually have more HP pools than he does.
Yeah, I mean, he's tanky because of the Atrophy Aura.
Yes, and because he's a pretty nice base armor, to be honest. Pretty nice base armor.
Such for a strength hero.
Yeah, exactly. Compared to Axe's, like, I think it's 2 base armor. Yep. Or even Beastmaster, I think is 4 now. Like,
new hero.
New hero. That's what I always say.
So an Invis run on Mars, we might see that potentially turn into a kill. As I imagine our Obvious is going to check back in on this mid lane matchup as...
Or not.
Or not, but eventually here, they're just about even, 24 to 4.
If you take an Invis rune, you're Invis from the Obs as well, is what people don't know.
That is
it's a fact.
It's a 5K analysis right there.
He went for the single ring of protection in the end. I like the choice of the wind lace early, though. I don't know what that gets turned into. It doesn't really matter. It's the whole point of just being aggressive. Nice Berserker's Call. Catches Desire. They have Battery Assault level 2 now, which actually deals damage, but there's too many creeps nearby. King R, nice. Is the Axe Swaggers the creeps to make sure that King R can get his Battery Assault off. And now Desire could be in trouble. Desire actually getting hit by all of them.
Oh, you need to be careful.
King R was considering it, but now he's reconsidering it. The Axe is nowhere nearby. He's just gathering creeps instead.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
They've done a great job of just controlling this lane, forcing constant rotation by the supports. You're giving a lot of space to your PL because of this. In fact, the other one might actually be dead here or very close to it. He had to go for a kill on PL. Nice Firestorm to cancel the salve, but Skylark could also be dying here. Cold Feet, oof, just barely. He gets away with the magic wand anyway, but LeBron Dotis still committing to this. Chilling Touch available, but he's not going to have time to use it. The TP allows Skylark to get away. On the top lane, King R looking for Desire. There's a Dragon Slave. King R in trouble. Yes, Rocket Flare still ready. Did not go for another level in Cogs, just surprising. Does put him in a bit of a pickle when it comes to these engagements. King R, can he get away? There's no Fable. I mean, there's a Mango. Nah, I don't think it's enough damage regardless.
No, level 1 without the Arcane Supremacy is really quite weak. I think it's 80 damage. That's nothing. Nothing to write home about.
I think B8 is playing this really smart, actually. The only lane that I'm kind of worried about is the mid lane, where Denny has clearly not been able to beat the Mars. He's doing okay for himself, but obviously Mars is doing very, very well, and we have seen Mars mid. It's very similar to the Rubik mid, honestly. It's a very early kind of mid-gaming hero, does fall off as the game progresses, but he does actually offer physical damage as opposed to the garbage Rubik mid.
Rubik mid. Yeah, you're right. Actually, we did see the Rubik mid earlier.
And what did he do? What happened to him? He got trashed.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he
and
got trashed.
And what goes in the trash? Garbage.
He didn't. Well, you take out the trash. They're going to be maybe allowed at the tournament here after this game. But that's a very nice call into Spartan. Does actually get the LSA off, but it won't matter.
He's playing really well.
Run him down.
So LSAs have been on point. I do like the 5. I forgot the Spartan played a really mean leader. So it's one of those heroes that you don't get to see often. Because Spartan is a very peculiar hero pool as a player. You know, the Venge is like, you know, I know nobody plays Venge, but I'm going to play her +5 and win, and I like it. And I like the courage of this kind of players.
You just don't like it mid?
What?
You don't like the weird picks mid?
I like the weird picks mid. I love the Rubik mid. I just thought that, actually, I told you, I didn't think the Rubik was the problem. I think it was Darkseer. I just like playing with the memes of the Rubik mid.
Yeah, I know.
Most of my games have a Rubik mid, and I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, I always try the techies mid.
That is
You know
why I
what-
don't play with you.
You know what I was thinking of, and this actually gave me nightmares when I realized it, is that if Rubik steals Blast Off from techies, I think he does something like 700 damage, and there's no cast animation.
Sure, but then you're
just-
forgetting that the beginning of the nightmare there is that Rubik is playing into techies, so you already won.
It's already great, though.
It's
'cause
already
you steal his spells, and then the enemy team is dying to mines, and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, and you're actually playing a good hero as opposed to techies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ghostic is farming pretty nicely. I like that he's doing with the jungle thing. It reminds me a lot of how... Oh, wait, they're going to go for Skylark to the bottom lane. Cold Feet should trigger.
Wow.
There we go. You see? He has a great upbringing. This Phantom Lancer, at any point, he's useful in the game. He only has that slight point where he's weak, whereas when he's farming... when he has Yasha probably in Diffusal, and you're kind of trying to farm the Manta style, and you're falling off a bit, which is very similar to Gyrocopter, actually. But besides that, he's really a good hero. The fact that he's beating the Underlord in this bottom lane says a lot about him. Good job, Pio. Which, by the way, is the sound a bird makes in Spanish.
Really?
Yeah. Pio,
What?
Pio, Pio.
Oh, I did know that,
Yeah.
actually.
Like chirp, chirp, chirp.
I don't know, this is maybe for a CIS audience, I don't know if this is a thing, but we had those, in America, we've got the toys where you spin the wheel, and then the arrow spins, and then it's a bunch of farm animals.
Oh, yeah, like the
Yeah.
little books. And
Yeah. So we had one in English and Spanish.
Interesting.
I was very cultured growing up.
Oh, wow. This is bilingual, man. I only had one in Spanish. Desire, here they go. Cold Feet on top. Desire should be fine. The Cold Feet won't trigger, but Pio's actually coming into this. There's a Spirit Lance as well.
Get him.
They try
Nope.
King Art. They have a Rocket Flare. Rocket Flare's not going to be enough damage, though, but Desire could still get killed out by the Battery Assault. There we go. Battery Assault activated. Underlord tries to tank the hits. Not successful.
He's gonna die. though.
King Art might still go down. The Cogs actually trap him in with the Beast. That is not what he was looking for. But the Phantom Lancer gets away. They kill the Rubik. It's okay. However, LeBron, whole arena of blood for this poor Ice Cream Cone. And Thug will get... No, he's not even going to get cold feeded. All perfect.
Oh, they will get a kill in revenge, though. Ghostic getting a solo kill onto a Spartan, which is only the position 5. I keep seeing the Lina and thinking it's Dendi mid lane, but nope. Not this time.
Spartan is a mean lean, I'm telling you. You got to respect that Spartan lean. What's fascinating as well is that the team that carries the most Greeks is actually playing with a Roman god, which destroyed the culture. So it's very fascinating.
Oh, it's the same god.
But but the name is so important here
Yeah, well, I suppose.
because it was the original cultural appropriation.
You're not
That was
wrong.
the first ever
Yeah,
done.
you got a point. They were just like, you know what was really cool was all these guys, but we don't like this alphabet, so we're gonna change it.
And we don't like these names. We're gonna change them and then name the planets after them, so nobody can
Yeah,
remember the
right,
Greek
you're
god
right,
name.
You're right.
Yep.
Well, you know what the ultimate flex is. It's taking this to the max. Is you watch all these alien movies, and somehow the British Empire still lives because they all speak English.
It's true. It's true.
Thanos, native English speaker. That man. The Brits, they really did. The sun never sets. The sun never sets in space, and it certainly never sets in the MCU. It will be setting for Skylark.
It does not set for Observer either, because he does seem to be, or it has set because he's in complete darkness as he's missing
We are in
the
dark.
Underlord kill there.
We are
It
in the
doesn't
dark.
matter though, because Underlord, it's whatever. It's a quick kill. It's not that big a deal. What really matters is that Phantom Lancer has not been stopped right now. That's the big point. Phantom Lancers continue to farm. He's going straight up for Diffusal Blade, so it's the quicker version of Phantom Lancer rather than going for Yasha first. Quicker at fighting, of course. It's slower at farming, which is effective. Axe is doing really well for himself, and that's a point always to be afraid of. Axe is super
Oh my
scary.
god, yeah,
hero.
Axe is super fun. What's
Yeah.
the build here? Do you go Blink?
Vanguard Blink. When you do this well early, you got to go for the Vanguard. Also, Vanguard makes Ricky hit like a wet paper towel. So
Or what, kitchen roll?
or that, yes. Whatever choice of
That's
cleaning
a big
paper.
call. Nice
Oh, so it's
level
actually
8
not
Ricky,
gone.
though.
Oh, you see this build? I like this actually. Ghost Stick, trying to find sunlight still.
I think he could use a stick though.
He could. But he's not gonna end up finding him. He has no dust. So he has gone for the Ring of Health, right, to keep him in lane. But he's not gone for the full Vanguard. Still the Buckler though. So that shows potential Crimson Guard later, and the Blink Dagger straight up.
Yeah, he actually he got that Ring of Health very early on. I think it was actually his first item.
Yeah, it was one of his first
So-
items, was sustained in lane. I also like the Wind Lace. I like that he's going for this early utility, right? And I'm wrong, actually. The Crimson Guard is made with Helmet Iron Will now, right?
Crimson Guard?
think it's Helmet
Good
Iron.
question.
So I haven't seen it from forever,
Yeah,
actually.
I feel like we see
It is-
pipes
it is.
super frequently. as we're going to use the power of the internet.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just accessing my brain
He's
right
just
now.
accessing the archives.
I just have to type.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was right. Okay, it is Helm of Iron Will. So I take back the comment about the buckler, but it's still a useful thing to make into Vlad's or Assault Cuirass later.
The aura, yeah, AC is there's going to be the hook shot onto the bot lane. Incoming the Ice Blast. That is a very dead Skylark. More than enough control for him, as they have been doing a really great job here on the side of B8, creating space for the PL. In fact, they're going to take that tower. He's not quite as farmed as the Axe, who just picked up his Blink Dagger, as you said, but he's off to a really good start. Silver Spoon in the mouth, dodging the drafts, and he should be good to go.
I like the multi-tiered joke you made there. The Defusal is still a bit far away, so not ready to fight. Axe might want to force a smoke, perhaps with the Ancient Apparition or Clock. And this is the beauty of it. You have supports that are actually active really early, and they both have global ults. So Axe can go with a 2-man, 3-man smoke even, and it's super easy to catch kills. So good job. I like this by B8.
What do we have on our Mars, though? It looks like just a bracer, a single bracer. There is an item on the way. What do you reckon it is?
For Mars?
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure what a mid Mars.
A decent farm. Wouldn't be a Blink, would it?
I wouldn't mind seeing Vlad's or Blink. Oh, maybe Desolator. We have seen some Marses go for Desolator first.
So.
I do like seeing Blink first on a Mars, if I'm honest with you, and then going for the Desol, but I understand if you're mid, you want the damage.
Another Ice Blast, and it's going to be off the mark, unfortunately.
This was okay. This game, you could even argue Mars going for Maelstrom, because God Rebuke does actually trigger that. So on the PL Illusions.
There's going to be the Axe. Blink reveal call onto 2 into the hook shot out from King R. They're going to now try and turn here. Arena of Death
nice
as the name of the tournament. Bug able to safely walk out. King R will go down as they will get the Astral Step outside. Or actually, they did assimilate Dandy now on the run, however, as it was stolen. Dropping the 8th Remnant, continuing the pursuit as PO65 dropping back. They actually will not connect there on the Spear of Mars. I don't think
what is that
kill.
courier doing?
Rip the courier, but they have caught Dandy here, actually, and with the Tricks of the Trade, the 2 circles of death that make the Venn diagram of destruction.
Of doom.
Yeah. You know, you get that, you get a disruptor, and you make the triple Venn diagram, and then Doom himself just comes and dooms the game.
Doom's the person in the middle, right? Because you're the person that's screwed over by everyone, right?
Yeah. That was an interesting little fight. Very aggressive out from B8.
They played well. The Mars had a really good Arena of Blood there, which really stopped them. Great pit of Malice afterwards as well by the Underlord. This is the beauty of an Underlord, right? When you play Axe, you're kind of hoping to win the offlane. When you play Underlord, if you win the offlane, great. If you don't, it's fine. You recover very nicely, you have great utility, and you're useful only with levels, so it's not a big deal for you losing the offlane. I like it. I like the draft overall by aggressive mode. I think it's working out for them. I'm questioning the effectivity of this mid-Mars pick because we haven't seen too much impetus yet. We've seen a really good Arena of Blood. And the only question I have is that usually Mars is played with a harder carry than a Riki. Usually a troll. Like a carry that has a nice little early game peak and then proceeds to be a hard carry in the late game. Riki is very much of an early game hero completely. And Mars is one of the offlaners that actually scales worst when it comes to strength and tankiness. You actually become kind of weak at the late game because the bulwark doesn't matter because they just ignore it because they attack you from behind. And you don't have that much HP or agility. I
am a little bit concerned here for the early game damage output B8 can have, though, because there's not a whole lot there's not a whole lot of smart heroes on the side of Crystal. We almost got the Defusal up, which is insane. That's this is going to be a great timing for a Defusal. It's actually going to be an all right timing. Look at the time.
It's not that great, yeah.
But you know, Axe has no mana. Doesn't mind if you hit him either. He doesn't need mana, in fact. Riki, not a whole lot of mana here, as we're going to see LeBron absolutely get murdered. Oh, the call, actually. They might be able to turn. They have whiffed the Ice Blast, unfortunately. Sunlight, though. He's going to be able to just back off, dropping the smoke screen. But Mars doesn't have that much mana. Underlord famously doesn't have that much mana. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to... plus Atrophy Aura on top. I don't know.
Are you talking about the Phantom damage?
Yeah, the PL damage especially.
Because we were talking about Axe earlier. I was like, Axe is in PL's too.
PL? Yeah, good point. Thank you.
Doppelganger still available. Like, Wind Blade. Ooh, nice. Nice with the Phantom Rush. Can he get away still? Doppelganger. 11 seconds. The Berserker's call to turn this around. Sasparn is being destroyed. Then proceeds in the support and kill off Skylark finally. So that's a 3-4-0. Very good turnaround by Ghostic. Ghostic is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, he really is. He really, really is.
Yeah, tip him. Tip him. You better increase his salary. This Ghostic, the tips are not enough, man. He has been saving your game right now. I have seen Dendy not be too impactful with this Void Spirit, though.
You know what? You know, I actually, I'm in the comms here for B8, and as we're going to check a replay here.
This time it is a replay.
Yeah, this time it is a replay. Right here, he says, PO6, no, go, stick, and then he sticks, and they turn the fight. I had to use it once today as well here. But actually, a really fantastic fight from B8. That was actually a slick replay, perfectly timed there. But he almost got the triple dunk there.
Thank you, Arena Blood people.
The lockdown was insane. Super well played there. Super well played.
Yep. And the Culling Blades on point, getting the Lina early as well, right before.
That
So
might just cement this early, I don't want to say the game, but the early game lead, because how does Riki recover from this now? Look how much map control they have.
oh, smoke.
Oh,
Smoke.
maybe this is
This
how,
is how you
right?
recover, honestly. Yeah, this is the point. Mars is really good. You have really good team fight in general. Pit of Malice, onto King R. That's a good cogs. And King R is
Nice
really
Aether
tanky.
Remnant.
It's not going to be easy to bring him down. Yeah, they just
Nah, it
commit
doesn't
everything.
Matter. Doesn't matter. They slightly messed up the Spear Mars. It didn't matter. Is that the kill you really want for a smoke, though? Because now it looks like Ghost
he
Stick
just tanked the
might
smoke.
be able to get one. Yep, tank the smoke. They're going to be jumping in. Ice Blast incoming. See ya. Ghost Stick getting the kill there with the dunk.
Yep, nice Culling Blade. If you kill someone within the threshold of ice, oh wait, Dendi in trouble. Dendi should be able to get away
Spell
regardless.
stolen.
Dissimilate, there we go. Dendi, another Astral Step. Oh no,
Oh,
Dendi.
no. Oh,
This
they
is the
know.
second time.
Oh,
It's
Rubik.
the second time it's happened, and now he's brought that back down. TP is incomplete. Dendi is gone. He's really enjoying the, the sights on that cliff.
He's really enjoying the high ground experience. You know,
Yep.
it's like you get this punch card. You know, when you go to coffee shops, you visit
Oh,
eight
wait,
cliffs.
Phantom Lancer here, still fighting, and he's actually been
wow.
killed off because.
That's a really nice smoke screen.
Yeah, but why would he fight that?
I think he didn't really mean to. The Spear of Mars catches him.
Oh,
Into
right, but
smoke screen.
he should have. I think he could have left a bit
Yeah.
earlier. He was kind of staying there a bit too long, considering your Dendi just died. Another Berserker's Call, but again, your cores are
beautiful
missing.
Ice
Where's your
Blast.
damage? Hookshot as well. Ice Blast on top of that Thug. Good die here.
Nice
Arena
turn.
Blood's been used, but it's okay. King R still gets the kill with a Battery Assault. Arena Blood is not helping King R, though, and another Laguna Blade. Second one we see in this team fight.
Yep. Whoa, that sounded like Spanish.
Yeah, that was Andale, Andale.
I thought I heard vetele.
No, it was Andale, Andale, 100%.
Maybe they turned it to Spanish for us. Wouldn't that be something
What
special?
was odd is that he said, like, the English line is sorry for carrying that, or something like that, or sorry for doing that.
Oh, now it's in English. Maybe Mars doesn't have Russian lines yet. Who knows? Anyway,
He's Roman, right? Roman's obviously speaking English.
obviously. No, but a good fight stop from Aggressive Mode. They're pretty good at these scrappy little engagements. And in fact, if I was BA, I wouldn't really. I mean, you're so good at these scrappy engagements too, though. But you have a PL. I feel like, I mean, sure, keep fighting like this. Create space for EPL, right? I think.
No, play scrappy is fine. The question is, play scrappy, not stupid, right?
Mm.
Like, for example, here the PL overstaying is welcome there and continuing to fight, even though there was no fight to be taken. That was bad. The double Laguna Blade was really good by the Lina. Like, the fact that she stayed back. I think Seth Spartan is actually one of the better players here. Staying back, always being impactful on this Lina.
There's the Deso completed now on
Yeah,
Mars.
there we go. And then straight into BKB. Okay, no mobility first. No need. Honestly, this smoke, okay, could be a wraparound. Maybe, if our observer catches it. Yes, there we go. Hook shot. Ooh, intimidation hook shot.
Just threatening them.
Just
Just showing them
threatening
what we
them.
could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Saw plenty of those yesterday.
It's the equivalent of extending your member, and just throwing it at someone.
It's like showing your membership card.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was referring
That's what it means, card carrying member.
to. Card carrying member.
You just
Sunlight has diffusal blade. Go for Dendi. They don't see that because they don't. Camera's not
it's
on.
you know,
He just took
face
out a card.
face for radio.
All right. Let's see if they can find someone here. They are kind of controlling the high ground well, but there's a ward right behind them. So there's no way that... Actually, I think they just noticed the ward because they just pinged it. There we go. The ward's gone. So now they actually have control over the high ground. They're playing pretty well in general, but they have to be a bit wary about the vision. They're playing very scrappy engagements. Your smokes have not been too successful. Russian smokes are wonderful, but Russian smokes tend to not take into consideration map control. What I'm talking about, like,
What
tier
do
2
SEA
Russian.
smokes do?
SEA smokes go, okay, they just killed our carry. Time to smoke. Time to smoke, guys. They will never expect this.
We have no vision. Let's go.
Not even. You have to at least lose 2 of your members to actually go. That's the point. It's a smart smoke. It's a surprise smoke.
You
And
never
now this
expect it.
is another smoke, which is actually the Russian smokes remind me a bit of the South American smokes, which is the smoke is in the shop, we might as well smoke it, right? We might as well use it. Which is not wrong in a lot of situations. I think right now though, a lot of the smokes by aggressive mode have been kind of hopeful, and I hope someone's there because you have no vision. They've de-warded your whole map. Look, this map is literally full of sentries. I think they might actually be out of sentries in the shop. I can't check, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
there's so many sentries on the map. Obviously, some are for Ricky, but a lot of them are for de-warding. Look how well spread out they are. Actually, I think they're actually covering the whole map.
This is actually such a good game for the Clockwork provides true sight talent.
That talent has been buffed and buffed and buffed for the fact that sentries now, the less sentry stock there is, the better at the
that
rocket
gets.
flare.
Same thing. Disruptor now has the ability as well.
Yep.
I think they're both at 20, aren't they?
Yes, Disruptor is with Kinetic Field, and Clockwork is with the Battery Assault. Oh, sorry, with the rocket flare.
I know. I knew what you meant.
Yes.
Although you don't need vision for battery assault, so you're not technically wrong about that. Technically wrong.
The opposing talent, I think, is actually the Battery Assault damage. No, that's with the strength. That's with the
Hmm.
strength. I forgot what the opposing talent is to the clockwork then. Not really sure.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get to see it this game. If the game goes that late, late game though, it feels like it might be B8's like play den though. I feel. I don't know if aggressive mode want to take this late.
No, they definitely don't. Not with a PL. It doesn't matter if you build Ricky. I mean, first of all, Ricky didn't go for the Battle Fury build, which is what I was expecting to deal with a Phantom Lancer. So you don't really have an anti-Phantom Lancer counter. Sure, Mars is okay, but Desolator's on the build against Phantom Lancer. He takes away your mana, you have no God's Rebuke. Doesn't matter what you want. Like, you just don't have the ability that would actually deals with it.
All right, the supports are buying items now, so we see a 4-staff on B8 there, getting out of the perma route from the Rod of Atos available now on the Underlord. But we also just saw Rubik buy a 4-staff of his own, so plenty of 4-staffs all around.
Yeah, I like the 4-staff on Dendi, to be honest. It's not a common item on Void Spirit, but I think a lot of people are noticing that Void Spirit's itemization is super flexible, and you just want to get items that are good for this game. Void Spirit is not great against Ricky. 4-staff fixes that. Great. You know, solved. I don't love, but yeah, there's the Battle Fury. Okay, so he is building it. He is going for the Battle Fury build. Okay, it is just the second item. We have seen Ricky's do this a lot, so they can fight early, so that's fine. I don't love the Blade Mail on the Axe, though, to be honest. I can see as a kind of a counter to Underlord and to the Lina, so you don't get, you know, Lagunas in the Berserker's Call. But I think Crimson Guard here, especially against the Ricky, would have been really impactful.
We shall see. 3-man smoke rotation.
Nobody likes Crimson Guard anymore, so that's why.
they see Thug. They see Thug in the mid lane here. Ghostic with
What
the
a guess.
jump, just running it. In comes the Blade Mail and the Aether Remnant, completely locking him down. They need a bit more damage, and
There
now
we
that
go.
he's shown them the rear, they will go out and penetrate. And that's going to be a kill onto the Mars.
The question is, if you Calling Blade a target that's Ice Blasted, by the way,
What do you
And
mean? Oh, I thought
Calling
Calling
Blade.
Blade, yeah.
Calling Blade, yes. And then you and he dies, but not because of your Calling Blade, but because of the Ice Blast. You don't get the bonus movement speed, do you? Or does that interaction bug?
I don't know. That's a curious, because how does it work? Because I presume.
Because your Calling Blade will just deal the damage, right? But then he dies.
I would assume Shatter. Yeah, the Shatter checks every single server tick, right? Is he dead? Doesn't have enough health HP now, and then.
But he wouldn't be within the threshold, so I guess that wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess probably coded to be within the threshold, as we see our little Wukong monkey. Look at that.
That is
beautiful
adorable.
camera shot there.
That is so cute.
It is.
I never saw it from so close up. I want a Monkey Kingdom
Well, you're gonna have to buy it soon because the market price is about to go sky high, friend.
because of this clip.
Yep.
Phantom Lancer has a Manta Style now, by the way. He picked up. Oh, nice hook
Oh.
shot to stop this initiation.
It's not
They
a
still
building
catch
out.
him, but there's no Pit of Malice there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
He's dead
positioning.
regardless.
They're gonna buy back though. Is maybe now they're gonna go for a bit more. It looks like this will be a dead Clockwork King R. Will go
Leave,
down.
Pio,
Yule
leave.
Scepter onto Pio. They have the roots. There's gonna be the counter initiation, not from Ghostic. Is it good enough though? As Pio will get the Phantom Rush out, dropping the
Oh,
arena
oh.
of Mars now.
Is he
AA
trapped?
Will go down. It looks like Pio 65 is in a rough position
I think he's stuck
here.
in the wall.
He is. I
Oh.
couldn't tell either, to be quite honest. Hopefully we can get a replay of that, but it looks like he might just be able to escape. There's going to be another Pit of Malice.
He's
Will
out of
catch
Manta
him.
Style.
Do we have now the lockdown? Is it sufficient? Spell stolen now into the smoke screen. It looks like they're going to get another latch, and that is a death onto the PL. Aggressive mode. They have managed to find the fight they've been looking for.
Pio is so slow. Pio is so slow in decision making. He has been. This is the second time this happens where we have seen a Phantom Lancer ability to retreat. I mean, this time people will say, why did he Phantom Rush? Because he couldn't do anything else because he had already committed being so far in. Ghostic now in trouble. Ghostic would most likely going to die. Ricky can't hurt him thanks to the Blade Mail, so that's actually pretty useful. Ice Blast will hit as well.
will
Might
it?
kill Skylar? Nah, no way. Nah, he's too tanky. Again, it's the Yule Scepter gaming, by the way, by Aggressive. Or
I
this
like
time it's
it.
actually...
I like it. They know what they need. They know what they need to do. We need to root the Void Spirit. We need to root. I mean, just about everyone here you could really use with rooting, right?
Yeah.
So you got the Rod of Atos to try and guarantee. I think it's
No, not
7
Atos, just Yule Scepter.
Oh, just 8.
Everyone has Yule Scepter.
What?
Yeah,
I thought.
Well, because then you still guarantee the Pit of Malice, because you
Yes, it-
pit, Yule's pit.
because it checks every 3.6 seconds, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Or
and
2.4.
I mean, they changed that recently, so I don't know it by heart, but
Yeah.
I know that Yule's can get you a second stun.
Definitely.
And Doppelganger, you can't do as well rooted. Oh, they catch Dendi. This is really bad. Spear of Mars, God's Rebuke
Wow.
destroys him.
Oh wow, the Deso.
You gotta respect the Mars mid, man. He deals damage. He's going for the Ag straight up, so he's a full DPS Mars.
It's like Mars was whispering some words there. You can see his mouth moving in the portrait. I think we have the hero voices turned off, but
Mars always whispers to me,
mm,
so I don't know. Like he always God of War, kill, kill, kill. It's like a usual
oh,
thing.
I see. He plays. I always hear Mars as well, but instead I hear the whole planet suite. It's the opening suites there. It was the 1917 composition. It's really good, actually. I'd recommend it. Give it a listen. It's a classical piece. Basically, if you listen to it, it's actually...
Stop talking.
no,
we
wait,
have a
listen,
Roshan
this is fascinating. Because when he ultis, you actually hear the Mars piece being played.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That is very useful. That is quite nice.
There you go. Now you're so cultured.
Now I'm cultured. The clock has hook shot, by the way. Ice Blast will hit, of course. Hook shot is ready whenever they want to steal this, but they're stopping the clock. They knew the clock was actually here.
Yeah.
And there we go. The Yul Scepter Gaming perpetually Yuls them. They don't even need a second one. They actually have, I think they have Athos too, actually. I just saw.
I'm pretty sure I seen Athos. That tends to be the item here for Skylark, especially because, I mean, there's no way you can mess up that combo.
Pretty sure Skylark has both, actually.
That's what I was saying. I thought I saw one quite early
Because
on.
he had Yuls for sure before. Maybe.
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
interesting.
No, well, I'll see if we can snag a look here next
Oh,
up.
he's
But
going.
this-
Pocket Ricky.
Oh, Pocket Ricky. For the Mars. I mean, you just need someone to jump in. I guess that's Mars, right?
It doesn't really matter. Mars, Underlord, whatever will carry you.
Yeah,
It's
I
more
guess.
as also an escape mechanism, right? Because you can always use tricks of the trade normally,
Yeah,
but being able to go into someone, it's like infest. You have a free infest essentially.
yeah.
I think you should be able to sell a Pocket Ricky. That would be really nice.
You should what?
Be able to sell him. It should come into your inventory. You should be able to sell Ricky.
I remember that. That's actually how it got added because the subreddit was
Because
like,
Reddit was memeing and they were saying,
Yeah.
"What if Ricky became go into your pocket
just go into the
and then you
pot.
sell him and he dies,
And then-
but you get gold for his
And
death."
then Ice Frog, he was sitting in his pool, like Minority Report, you know, and he was just sitting in the pool that they keep him in with all the nutrients, and you know, one neuron was started firing auto, beep, 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 you know, the fax machine prints out, and they give him the piece of paper, and he says, "Add it to the game." And he says, "But Ice Frog, this is a meme," and he goes, "Put it in the game," and here we are, aggressive mode.
I mean, he
Gonna
added
be buying
slacks, like and Ags, were about the biting. So I mean, at that point,
That's true. Again, I'm convinced they keep Ice Frog in the Minority Report mineral pool.
I mean, because if he dies, we are screwed.
Have you
so
seen that movie?
Yes.
So good.
So that's a good one. It's the first movie to do the little moving screens thing, actually.
What's the moving screen thing?
The whole thing where they like, they actually like summon the screens with their hands.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
That was the first movie to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
And then everyone stole it from then on for any futuristic
Then it was
cyberpunk
like
thing.
Star Trek and.
That's a good ward if it wasn't because they just detected it.
Yeah, but
Aether
they
Army
are
will catch her.
smoked.
I think the A will die for this, but
Yeah.
you're tanking a smoke, so
Yep,
that's fine.
yep. I'd like to see the math get done on that because I know we all say that, and you know he's got buyback, so I think the answer is yes in this point. But, you know, smoke costs 80 gold, but obviously you're not.
Yeah,
just
but it's the
using it for
question
80
of the
gold.
potential of the smoke, right?
Yes.
And the smoke always has the potential to kill at least one of your cores. So a support tanking a smoke, especially when the smoke is well positioned, is always valuable.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, there's a difference between that and feeding, but it's really hard to determine. And I'm never going to call out a player and go, stop feeding.
No.
Exactly.
Me neither.
So it's tanking the smoke, and if he's feeding, that's up to the viewers to decide. You guys can, throw shade if you want to.
I'm gonna remember that when we play our pubs later. And you tell me to stop feeding. I'm gonna say, oh well, that's up to chat. It's not up to you.
I'll off my stream just so chat can scream at you. No problem.
I gotta love the shovel usage out here from South Spartan, just extremely efficient. That's an unlucky roll that time, but you get 2-3
It's
bounties.
12 free gold. What are you talking about?
I mean, I guess, but I feel like you'd rather get the free gold out from the TPs or anything else.
This late game is not going to go well for them if this continues this
No,
way. Because
no.
you have not been able to take advantage of your early mid game, your ladder lineup, and Phantom Lancer has died way too many necessary times.
He's still farming though at the PL though. He's still farming.
The issue with playing this kind of lineup with a B8, which is essentially a
Pocket
4
Ricky.
protect 1,
It's up.
is that you depend a lot on your Phantom Lancer not making any mistakes. It's not even him being good, it's him not making any mistakes. And this is not like baseball. Mistakes are very, very important in Dota. And someone making a mistake might actually be a bigger deal than someone not doing anything at all, in a lot of cases.
A curious game. The only winning move is to not play.
Actually, do you know the story about the Tetris AI?
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, I
it's-
do know this, but tell it. Tell it.
The Tetris AI story is that they made this AI to play Tetris, right? And he just played Tetris infinitely, but
Yeah.
there's a point where Tetris,
What was its goal?
his goal was to just keep playing Tetris,
Yeah.
right?
To go for as long
Because
as possible.
you can't win,
No,
right?
no, you cannot win.
So you go for as long as possible. So in the end, the Tetris AI was, oh wait, they're gonna catch Tendi.
Oh, that's a big kill. Oh, no, there's no buyback on Dendi either.
There's no buyback.
Nah,
This
it's
is
time
the kind of
for Dendi to play
situation.
Tetris.
This is the kind of situation where the Tetris AI was playing because he
Oh.
really cannot die here.
Yeah, well, it's funny because you know what that Tetris AI would have done?
They would have paused the game
Yes.
indefinitely so it could never lose. Because that was actually what the Tetris AI did.
It's true.
Pause the game indefinitely, because if you can't win, then you can't lose either. So
That
just
is true.
and that game is paused to today. It's actually in a museum.
Oh, really?
Yep, you can watch. You can see it.
That's a smug AI if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Sunlight. Let's see. They're trying their best. He actually has the Mindbreaker right now, so PL has to be really careful because that Mindbreaker could surprise him. The Phantom Lancer still has that Montestello. Should have it. Sunlight. Okay, going back. Tricks of the Trade. No problem. They take a Rex.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The Tricks of the Trade is no longer the ulti. So how does it work?
You just go into someone. That's it's the same as before.
Wow.
It does last longer with the Ags as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Why is it so impressive?
I don't know. It just is. Is that going to be an Ags on the Mars?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
What? Ags of Mars is ridiculous.
Is it?
You reduce God's Rebuke to 1.8
1.8?
seconds in the God. Yes, it's the best thing in the world. That's why you play the carry Mars. Because then you God's Rebuke, God's Rebuke, God's Rebuke. Who cares if PL is taking away your mana?
Nice. Yeah. No. I mean, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I guess Mars would care if you couldn't cast any spells, but
Yeah, but like you don't care because you're using them all in the beginning, right? That's the whole point of reducing your cooldown.
that's a fair point. It's a fair point.
It's actually a really hard counter to the PL style play because you want long fights, and Mars with the Ags it wants short fights, and he deals a ridiculous amount of damage. You can even go for level 25 plus 80% God's Rebuke crit. And then you actually deal an absurd amount of damage with 3 items. I mean, and BKB even stops Phantom Lancer's Diffusal Blade in the beginning. So you get all your God's Rebukes out, and then at the end, if Phantom Lancer's not dead and you still try to siphon your mana, who cares? You've used all of it.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, actually, yeah, and then you take less damage.
And then you take less damage. It's a huge win, honestly. I think it's a great item.
Well, how did BA get back into this? We got 3 consecutive cores in between the PL and the next farm, which is the Axe. Dandy just really doesn't seem like he's been having the game pack that he's been looking for.
But let me make a bold statement. I'll say that I think the Mars mid has been, yeah, that was a great blink. Mars mid has been the product of a bunch of pro players acknowledging the Axe is good, but wanting to use it somehow. And this is it. This is the product of it.
Oh, so that's a BKB. Spell stolen will be the Battle Hunger. Is there an Ags on our Rubik? I don't believe
Can you
so.
imagine if you stole items? You just stole the BKB and be like, well,
What
that'd be great if you had an item,
what
a player that could do that. Or
What
a hero
a
that could do that.
curious suggestion. What? No, I've.
Like a player that could steal item abilities. That'd be interesting.
I feel like that would be very weak, though.
No, but not making an ultimate. Make it a normal spell.
Ah, well, maybe.
Okay, Ancient Apparition.
I'd like to see
annoying.
a hero be able to copy buffs.
That'd be also very cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. Rubik comes in. Nax brought back. They want to attack him, but then he's covering nicely. Thug is a bit too hard to kill.
Oh,
As a
shot
mid
off
laner, he's still
armor.
very tanky. He has a Spear of Blood, or Arena of Blood, sorry, and that
There it
Spear of
is.
Mars to the wall
Yoink.
with Ricky
Oh,
as well. Every damage in this game
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
He continues to God's Rebuke,
Oh, yeah.
and that's going to be King R also dead. However,
Buyback
Ricky could be in
on the
trouble.
axe.
He blink strikes away. He should be fine.
He's got Aegis.
No, he's got Aegis. Yep. So he's not going to die regardless. But they're going to take down 2 easily.
Oh, the
And
jump.
Berserker's Call from the Rubik. Nice job.
What?
With a Fate Bolt, now Tricks of the Trade. They destroy LeBron first. They want to go for more. They want to go for Dendy. Dendy has an Aeon Disc, sorry, to survive this.
The Abyssal, though, is pretty good.
Desire might go down, but that's at the expense of Dendy. And nobody can stop, nobody can stop the Mars or the Ricky or the Underlord. You can go for the support, but that's it.
Okay.
PO65 is also himself very vulnerable to this God's Rebuke. Thug is just literally styling all over the place.
Yeah, this game feels pretty hard now. In fact, I might venture out to, might be a bold claim, but it feels pretty unwinnable at this point.
I agree.
I don't know how the team fight comes together from BA. Obviously, as a team in the lower bracket, you're going to play this one out to pretty close to the bitter end, because you can hope for the enemy to make mistakes, but at this level, I don't know if anything B8 can do on their own can really pull them back in this game. You got the Abyssal on the PL, but even then, you just get the Rubik in that fight. I mean, how do you kill this Underlord? How do you kill him? Don't get me wrong, that's not a crucial part.
Even the Underlord, how do you kill the Mars? I don't think you kill anything.
Yeah, until you do kill him, you're not gonna have the damage to go through the Mars, because the bulwark is just always gonna constantly be an issue. My goodness, that courier almost got murdered by those ancient creep.
Yeah, I agree. It just seems like aggressive mode BA doesn't have any options. The PL's impact this game has been just bad, honestly.
I hate to say it, but I mean,
So has the Void Spirit,
I
actually.
like the casual hood. I think that helps a lot here, but I don't know. I don't know how you deal with this roster right now. There's like too many boxes you need to tick, and this isn't the type of lineup you're playing against where like every single hero saves another one. You know, it's no like Puck, Abba, Puck. You know, like there's some lineups that like I don't know who we go on first. This one it's quite clear. I simply don't think you have the damage. This might be in. There's going to be the hook shot onto Spartan. Ice Blast incoming onto Sunlight. Actually, they will be able to get the kill, and that's with no Aegis. Arena up blood though. Oh, they're going to be looking for the Uber out. Skylark up. You've left behind the Lina though, unfortunately, as that you did not call a big enough grab, so they were left out, kicked to the curb. And Dendi with the double kills. I suppose that's how you get right back into it. Just nuke the Riki.
This is the like your drunk friend left on the curb. She's like, help, please call me a
my
taxi,
God.
someone.
And it's like, but you jumped out the Uber.
It's like, why would you ever do that, you madman?
All right, so I immediately cast this curse myself. Although, yep, okay, there's Roche just respawning after.
They should see it with the Ice Vortex.
They should see it as well, but I think they want this tier 2 perhaps. Oh,
Yeah, tier 2 is more valuable. That seems like this gave him a chance, but I just think that was also a misplay by Aggressive Mode.
And that's what I was talking about. You know, no team is perfect. Teams will make mistakes. B8, you know, they can definitely increase their odds by getting good engagements like that. They've got the tools between, pardon me, the Clockwork and the Axe, and they've got the skill to do it. It just will Aggressive Mode let up that. And for that fight, the answer is yes. We'll see if it continues to be that way, but with every fight B8 takes, it's going to be a little bit easier. Now we're going to have an Aegis most likely. I mean, do you give this to PL? I feel like you have to, right? There's no buyback on him. Maybe even if there is, buy out for another item at this point.
Is PL going to be...
That's the Axe. No, sorry, it's the PL. Cheese for the Axe.
Yeah, sure. I think the PL's issue has been his lack of impact, or his lack of survivability, but okay. Alright, nice ultimate there with the hook shot. Thug in trouble. There's the Ice Blast.
Oh,
Will hit as well. Thug, I think they can kill him. Nice job.
Goodness.
Okay. Alright, we literally cast us cursed Aggressive
goodness.
Mode right now. We
Yeah,
shouldn't have
we
said that the
have.
game is close to being over.
So we a little
We
bit
also cast a cursed stream.
Kale.
Dendi going further. Astro Step in 5 seconds. Sass Spartan, where are you going?
I think he's okay.
Try, no. The Astro Step is ready.
Nah, he's
There we
okay.
go.
This time the Uber will not leave.
Push him back.
Nice.
Yo's, doesn't work anymore.
Nope. See ya.
Used to be the case, actually.
Did you see? He actually got Aether Remnants in.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw
all
that.
the way that far.
And actually, I think the way it works, it's pretty weird because it moves you. There's actually a weird math formula to determine your move speed towards the remnant, and it decreases exponentially the closer you get. So then it goes to 0.
Right.
So I think the Lina was just hauling ass towards for like 0.2 seconds, but I'm pretty sure Lina was just hauling ass towards the.
I'm not
remnant.
sure because I wonder if it does calculate that on your position when you're hit. As opposed
no,
to the
it
position when you are.
calculates on your current position because you can get force staffed and stuff through it. Yeah, it's a really weird interaction. Of course, very little impact, but I'm sure it was one of those cute things. This goes like forced to. Oh, actually, they went for a call. There was a stolen call I heard. So Rubik wasn't maybe able to get the blink forward, but Ghost 6 forced to BKB. They got the tier 2 at the very least. There's going to be the Abyssal Blade now onto Skylark to go. Ice Blast to follow through.
Nice
smoke screen though. Will turn. There's another
missed.
Axe call just off the mark, and this time there's no BKB to save him. He's maybe gone a little bit too far. Laguna Blade though is going to be okay. He does have the cheese, like you said.
Oh, what a
They've
remnant!
caught Desire as well. Looks like he's going to be in a lot of trouble. They will be able to land the dunk onto him. As it looks like this could just be the opening. B8 continue to threaten the high ground.
That was huge. That was pretty big. Dendi, what an Aether Remnant, playing quite well. I gotta say, Dendi has recovered from being 0 impact to, at least being positive to some degree. The Aeon Disc has worked wonders for him. He has acknowledged his weakness this game. I do commend him for that. PO65 with the Abyssal Blade, it just seems like night and day, honestly. I'm glad he didn't go for the choice of heart. Yeah, look, Yolsetter and Radovitos. I'm glad he didn't go for the choice of heart. He acknowledges that you needed that. You needed the damage, or in general, the catch and the damage that Abyssal Blade provides. Very well played here by B8. They're recovering slightly. It's still a very difficult game for them, but they're managing to withstand this mid game. That's where Aggressive Mode is strongest, right? They're starting to reach their peaks. The Mars and the Riki can't really go any further in terms of damage. Underlord is actually a pretty weak late game hero because he becomes a walking ultimate. So
should they have? Maybe should have Aggressive Mode back when I made the egregious call. Looking now, to
which I realize now makes you a garbage cast.
Yeah. Should they just have kept pushing?
I don't think that was the right play. I think the issue with Aggressive Mode is they became really confident and they took 2 or 3 engagements, which were not favorable for them. And it does get to the point where you're like, okay, you're winning, but you're not winning to the point that you're unkillable, right? Your carries are incredibly squishy. We've seen this with Riki. This is the concern with Riki.
Speaking of Riki.
Yeah, he's going in. He's hoping to catch Dendi, but that's the Aeon Disc. Very, very wonderful Aeon Disc. He's actually going to use Minotaur Horn. That's fine. No big deal. Hook shot to try to catch the Ricky. Does not.
Smoked up, though. They could potentially find him here on the other side as they will get 2. Smoke screen, though. The Spear of Mars not going to quite hook onto him. There's the Essence Ring. bo6 now looking to fight. Tricks the trade will be off the mark here. Out comes the ulti. They've caught only LeBron as well as bo6 actually. The PL illusions, though, keeping them at bay, however. There's going to be Ghost Tech looking for the initiation. Not going to quite find it. They do have the vessel now. bo6 the control, though. That's going to be the Aegis gone now. How did he get trapped in there so long?
He stayed there for a while. Like, he got Light Striker raid for once, but then there was a point where he's fighting there, not concerned with what would happen, and he should have been concerned.
Well.
Also, the fact that there was arena blood, and they were like, BKB, walk into the arena. I don't know if that's the play to make, to be honest. I think you could have just left the PL alone there. The Axe was hoping for a Berserker's Call in the arena of blood, and it didn't happen. That's a really good relic, by the way. Timeless relic is fantastic.
Yes.
Give it to the Mars.
It's almost back to the old Ags. No, it's on AA. It's on B8.
No, I know, but he should give it to the Mars. Oh, no, sorry, Axe. Wow. In my mind, I was like, this Mars, right? No, they're both red.
They're both red and angry.
No, give it to the Axe. Give it to the Axe 100%. And you got a nice little Berserker's Call. Especially if you go for the AoE talent. Oof. Oof. That is sexy. That is a combo.
Duration.
Yep. I don't know how it works with Aether Remnant, to be honest. It's bugged in a bunch of heroes. I know for a fact it does not work with Ice Blast.
Really?
Yes. Or Venomancer.
Really?
Yes.
That's
actually, I don't know if they fixed it, but last I checked, it was bugged. It is very frustrating.
That's a shame. Bring back the old AA build timeless relic. Oh, flicker.
I love when people do that, and it's like, oh, what just happened?
We saw a flicker at one esport. Remember we saw a flicker that just killed the Knicks.
And actually might have lost him, like, it's a considerable team fight.
Yeah.
Flicker's one of those items, you know. You just really gotta be careful. It's not Magic Lamp though, so.
No Magic Lamp. No, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. There's a Ghost Star on Rubik very soon as well. We just saw, which is nice. Actually, I like this. I like that the Phantom Lance is keeping the Leveler as well in his backpack to make sure he can push towers afterwards. King R is gonna be fine. He's not caught exactly in that ultimate. No, nice hook shot. Arena Blood.
Double out. No, he doubles
in. Okay, he wants to fight the Mars to the death. Everyone in the Arena Blood. It's the tactic. But King R's already been killed off. They lack the damage on the PL. He's going for the Rubik. Going for the Rubik. All right, long way, but he gets to it. Rubik might die, actually. Gets the bash. And with a lucky bash is good enough. Tricks the trade does nothing. The Uber is a bit late, man. You're not going to get a 5-star rating with this. He actually goes alone, doesn't get anyone with him. And Thug could be in trouble because of this. Thug chased after with a Phantom Lancer. That's a really long Phantom Rush. It's the value of the talent. And they managed to finish off this poor Mars.
Oh, man. You know, I'm just, like, so surprised by B8. Like you said last fight, they're just like, oh, you know, they're pulling the Rorschach. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. And then PL runs back
Great Watchmen reference.
And he's just, my goodness, on stop. But it's been working, this aggression. I don't know if aggressive mode's just not expecting this. PL, yeah, at the beginning, he didn't have quite enough damage to really solo these supports. But now, so Spartan's a non-issue in these fights. The Rubik couldn't really get
talent
much
as
done either.
well. The Phantom Rush talent actually made a huge difference.
Because now we can actually reach the back lines, get out of the pit of
mouse. And with the Abyssal Blade and the Phantom Rush talent, plus like Manta-style Butterfly mobility, right? Okay, walk out to get rooted again.
Yeah.
Let's go. Third time's the charm. So it actually gives you a lot of mobility, which he's been taking advantage of well. I think the Rubik Ghost Scepter is very important here, so not be killed so easily. The Ricky's also been out of position. He's been out of position the whole like 3 last teams.
Do you just jump in on your Mars when he's ulting? You just pocket Ricky him?
Yeah, so that if they attack your Mars, then they shouldn't get a free Mars, which is what's been happening every single time.
Yeah.
Also, the Underlord ultimates, I don't know, man. Pause.
Quick pause here.
The Tetris strategy, boys.
Tetris strategy now. So Spartan has heard. He's going for the Greek strat here. As
the Greek strat is just losing, but hoping that in the end you win the war.
It's when your bank so a lot of money. I don't know, man.
What is that?
What American making EU jokes?
Racist comment.
Oh, listen, oh my goodness, I don't even know. I regret that. I immediately regret.
I thought it was going to be a refugee joke.
No, my goodness, that's a little bit too hot for me.
All right.
That wasn't too bright, as Lino would say. So we have a few disconnects here on the side of aggressive mode. Taking a look at our graphs, though. Total XP earned. It's about even, just about even.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point. Lag because of PL. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, it could be. Although there was a pretty Oh, that wasn't Russian. There have been some patches to try and mitigate the lag from PL.
Monkey King is
illusion.
worse. Monkey King is much
I
worse.
think actually I think that's a big reason they changed PLX. One, because it was bad before, and two, with
Rate 2000.
that's true actually. You do need to check your rate because it's default something not smart. Pro tip for you. But
Your,
the same.
your bit rate.
No, it's a rate. It's something with
Rate of
sprites.
what though? Is it tick rate or?
It's a CL rate in for the Source 2 engine.
Interesting. Okay.
It's like how triangles and everything gets.
Oh right, calculated. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's some coder stuff. But I think Valve has done a pretty good job. Just to finish that thought before I start rambling on to something else about the Greeks, is that the old PLX, used to be able to throw spirit lines and it would bounce to everyone and lag the game. I think actually that's a big reason why they took it out.
Could be. They did. I know they did code PL so how Monkey King. Reason Monkey King actually lags the game is that Monkey King you actually have a bunch of Monkey Kings, not just it's a bunch of heroes created. Whereas I know that they changed that because PL used to.
Sorry, just the Lena face just looking dead.
Oh, the fact that she's paused and her eyes still blink is the creepiest thing, because it means they're sentient during this pause, right? These heroes are feeling things right now.
You should be able to taunt with the faceless void during pauses.
Oh, of course you should actually.
Yeah.
You should actually be able to move. That should be.
I mean, that would be a little ridiculous.
No, that should be a talent. You can move during pauses, and then you actually get like tournaments have to implement the rule of getting 5 pauses per game.
Oh my goodness.
And you can only move during those pauses.
Oh my goodness, I can only imagine the qualifier dramas after that.
15 posts, all by PPD.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, but in honesty, how they coded it for the Phantom Lancers, and now the illusions are not the actual hero, so it actually lags much less the game than for example the Monkey King Ultimate, because you're actually creating multiple instances of the hero, which is interesting. Ah, yes, I forgot that every pause is the Mafia call pause.
Yes, we just got off the phone with Robert De Niro. He says he wants a hoagie, take the gun, leave the cannoli.
This is supposed to be a reference to The Irishman, if anyone has watched it, which he hasn't, by the way.
No, that was a reference to The Godfather. Take the gun, leave the cannoli.
Robert De Niro's on The Godfather.
But he's a gangster.
Yeah, but he's not. He's in Goodfellas. Or Scarface? No, that's Al Pacino.
Is he in Heat?
I never watched that movie.
I tried to watch it.
Watch Irishman. It's a good mafia movie.
It's so long.
It's such a good movie. It's about your city. Oh, they caught the wrong Ricky.
Chicago? Oh, what?
Yeah, literally.
Divine Rapier? Okay.
Okay, so that's the worst reveal of the Divine Rapier. Sorry about this, by the way. The quality of the stream just went to.
Yeah, we can maybe try giving it a quick refresh here. What do you think?
I will not take the executive decision here. You go.
All right, we're gonna go for just a real quick. You know what? We should have done it during the pause. That would have been.
Well, it went now. It happened now. So.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll keep casting. No dead air.
Yeah, no dead air. So, the game right now has been it's kind of pausing because there really isn't. Why is that?
We'll fix that real quick.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh wow. Still washed out, but we got it. Thug is gonna look for a kill. MKB as the next item. So Thug is a desperate point where like he lacks damage. Oh, nice 4-star. He lacks the damage, but he also. Yeah, see, people are commenting on the eyes moving. He lacks the damage of the Mars right now, and he's desperately going like, what items do I build? Is MKB going to give me damage? It's not, though. You're lacking that, unfortunately.
Well, I do like it, at least. Cause
no, it's not a bad item, but it's definitely a desperate, like,
yes,
scrambling for something good.
It is, but I mean...
Nothing is good right now.
Aggressive mode, they need something, right? As there goes a tier 4 tower. B8 will let that one drop, getting the blink out just before the Pit of Malice comes in. They might actually catch someone. Dendi, do not go for this, and he's going to think better of that indeed. Roche is up. This is the third Roche.
Oh, Dendi has level 25. I'm assuming that's dissimulate stun as well.
Curious to see what this has here. Is just dropping plenty of regen.
So what are good ags? Phantom Lancer ags actually pretty legit.
Yeah, I would give it to him.
Or axe ags is also really good, honestly. The battle hunger in area reducing damage, really good.
I don't know if that's really been an issue for them though. I mean, in the last few fights, it really hasn't. I feel.
Sure,
I feel like
PL ags is more offensive and
like
axe ags.
PL.
I would argue that generally axe ags is better. You can even actually give it to Clockwork. Double hookshot is not always that bad.
No, overclock.
Yeah, that's why double hookshot.
I guess. Plenty stun him for 4 seconds or 8 seconds or something ridiculous.
I gave him timeless relic as well.
So he stuns himself for the entire game.
Yeah, I don't know that Ricky. That's why I'm saying though, like having the damage reduction for a Divine Rapier, or the double stun for a Divine Rapier is massive. Whereas PL being able to have more agility, it's okay. I just don't love that Axe. I think that Axe is okay in the late game, but you can just get it later if you want to. I think the Battle Hunger Axe is actually definitely the best Axe in this game.
Oh, in this game. Okay.
Yeah, not in the game. In this game particularly.
Suns fan just woke up with a cold shiver. Somewhere. Someone said that Centaur Axe is not the best in the game.
Centaur Axe is actually not the best in the game.
Oh, it's pretty good.
It's good, but it's definitely not the best in the game.
40% damage reduction.
Not even close to the best. Not even
to
close.
everything?
Yeah, but it's not even close
That's
to the best
only thing
in
in the game that reduces pure damage.
No, the Battle Hunger as well, right, with Axe. Yes. Also Bristleback and Bulwark.
I don't think though. I think pure doesn't.
No, yeah, they do. They get reduced. All damage sources.
What?
Yeah. You have been lied to.
Oh my god. Suns fan, we need to have a talk.
And we are not streaming a stream, guys. We are. It is called what it's called a clean feed. So we have the original feed from the proper stream. We're obviously the official cast.
Oh, there's going to be an Abyssal Blood. Wow, that was a very dead Spartan.
Yep.
I mean, we barely got to see that in time. But Ice Blast will be off the mark. That might be the opening for Roche. There is no buyback.
They have Rapier.
available.
I would not be confident in this Roche.
Yeah, they got plenty of circles of death here. They just need to make one good jump, and that could potentially be it. King R in a very dicey position here. He does have the 4-staff, but he's still inside. Glimmer Cape, but True Sight provided there by the Pit of Malice, so he couldn't quite get him across.
The damage reduction is the most important part.
Oh boy, let's see. Roche under threat here. Aegis, Cheese, and Aghanim's Blessing all up for the grab as we get the
Oh, what a nice positioning to evade the Pit of Malice. On point, Bio. On point.
I don't know if it's
Claps
enough,
for Bio.
Oh, we actually... I don't know. This is slow. This is not a fast Roche.
Well, yeah, it was only PL taking it, to be honest.
You know what? The base
These
is crumbling.
creeps.
Creeps are going to end the game as we fight for Roche here, but I
What
mean,
is better, aggressive mode's heroes or their creeps at this point?
I mean, you know, what does a hero really need? And that's neutrals. I'd actually just ally to creep.
That's true. I mean, they want to take the Roshan, but they really don't want to commit to this. I understand this. And now that Lina is going to come back.
Underlord threw in the rain and the
the
Firestorm. Firestorm, thank you.
I think it was called Rain of Fire in Dota 1, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was the Pit Lord's ability in the actual game. Very strong ability, by the way. Even though you used to never level it on the Pit Lord, because his other abilities were so good.
Yeah, so they're going to be a little bit patient. We do have buyback on just about everyone here on the B8 roster, except for, of course, that AA, but he's going to have it pretty soon. 26, 25, 27 as we take a look at the levels. Level 30 on Riki. How good is that? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think it's that great, because the permanent invisibility is actually kind of annoying on Riki. Because you can't aggro creeps with it, so you actually lose a lot of late game potential.
Yeah.
Wow, that...
Wait, no. You can still hit him in the front, can't you?
Yeah, but you can't aggro creeps.
Why not? Oh,
because
you
don't. You're still invisible, so the creeps will never aggro. So if creepy, if Ricky is the only one left alive,
creepy.
because you're permanently invisible.
Yeah.
If Ricky is the only one left alive, you actually can't aggro creeps, and it becomes a big deal. Because you actually can't do plays like, for example, trying to cut lanes and stuff like that. I mean, you have Battle Fury, so you can just kill them.
And Rapier.
Yes, but so it's not obviously that relevant, but it is a point to be made. I don't think permanent invisibility is ever a good thing.
Core.
For more tricks of the trade, very odd pickup. It doesn't actually affect charges of Blink Strike, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
So, odd. Very odd pickup.
Ooh, we got bot lane pushing. It's going to be Dendi.
Your Nocturne Core actually reduces, or should reduce your Fate Them.
That's a Nocturne here.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm not the biggest fan. Okay, that's a good smoke if they can just taunt Roshan.
I think it's Envision, however. Let's see if they can actually make the counterplay
maybe some particles.
Here. Yeah, aggressive mode. They're trying to set the trap here. Pretty far away, though, is the Mars. And they're going to make the jump there. There's going to be the counter initiation.
That's not it. That's not the real one.
That's
not the real one.
No.
Tricks of the trade is destroying them now. That Divine Rapier is massive, and Mars comes from behind. He gets the Arena Blood. He traps two in them. Two supports almost dead thanks to Mars.
Oh, they got
Pio dies because of sunlight.
They got the tricks of the
and
trade.
King R almost close to dying as well. He just assimilate out. Then he's trying his best, but he has no more A on this. Astral Step, impossible because the smoke screen traps him. That's why you go for the Octarine Core. More smoke screens. What a play by aggressive mode. That illusion taunting. That illusion taunting won them the game. Literally. Ghost Stick needs to get away. Why are you going to the creeps that give vision? Get a blink dagger ready as well. The Cloak has to come in with a hook shot to save him. Is that going to be enough to try to kill Skylark? But the damage is not there. Minotaur Horn to the spell as well. The Cold Feet, and they just get away. Everyone in the car. That flicker almost sent Lina flying. But they do manage to get away from this thanks to the Dark Rift.
There's 4 buybacks. 4 buybacks from B8. They need to do Roche, but they're aggressive mode's not going to give them the
That
chance.
was a terrible play.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it was actually really clever because the smoke broke to the Underlord, and they didn't know the Ricky was not the one that broke the smoke. I mean, you could have actually calculated this. You could have, but it was very difficult to know. It was impossible. You didn't know if Blink Strike was there. It's one of those things that, as a player, it was just a well played by aggressive mode, taunting with a Ricky illusion.
All right, so they bought up for the heart here for PO65. Will
Necessary.
that help?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. You already have enough agility. Oh, hook shot. What are you doing? You have no buyback, though. This is a crazy play by the Clockwork by PO. PO's forced to use the BKB super early. They can't fight this any further. Spartan saved by the Flicker. The Flicker actually helps Spartan for once.
Oh.
And now the Arena blood behind to stop the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition should obviously be
Ricky
dead.
man fighting PO. Oh, there's the tricks of the trade in time, though, from the call.
Okay, tricks of the trade, saving him for now. Ricky can get away. The Ancient
hit.
Apparition's already gone. They go for the Underlord, trying their best. Okay, the Dissimulate hits Ricky, stuns him, but they have no vision of him. There's the dust finally. They catch the Ricky. Someone stop him. Battery stop used as well, but it's not enough. Ricky just keeps getting away, and now the Axe might be the second victim here. Obviously, a dieback as well. They're trying their best to get some counter kills. PL against the world. Axe gets the last Berserker's call. It might be enough to get Mars, and also the Underlord. Underlord finally goes down. The PL needs to get away, though. PL can't keep fighting this. He thinks he can, but you can't right now. A last hook shot by the Clockwork, getting a bit of breathing space, but the PL alone against the world. Can he do it? Can he beat this Ricky with Divine Rapier? Clockwork just tanking the damage. But why, PL? Why are you still fighting there, PL? Get away! A last minute Berserker's call might just save him, but the Blink Strike finally annihilates him. That's the PL gone. Ghostic is the only member left alive.
GG.
This is gonna be the GG.
Oh my god, this Riki constantly invulnerable, just hitting everyone there with the pocket Riki. What a game.
I can't shout. This PL needs to get away more times in that team fight. That was... I don't know what to tell you, man. I think I understood that he thought he could man fight that, or he thought that was the only option, but that play in general, the hook shot into the PL walking in, no. That was not a yet to play that game. You have to be much more patient.
I can't believe this Riki build actually worked here. Battle Fury, what is it? Battle Fury?
No,
Daedalus?
Diffusal first, then Battle Fury,
Oh,
because
that's
Diffusal
right.
he sold. Then he went for Daedalus, then the...
Ags.
No, sorry, then Ags, then
Then
Daedalus,
Ags.
then Rapier, then Octarine Core.
Octarine Core ends up working for them. My goodness. Yeah, I think B8,
They blundered that towards the end.
They had that. I mean, listen, I'm happy because I was right. Aggressive mode, like I said, they couldn't lose that game. And there's the Divine Rapier. Come back just to prove it. But aggressive mode, they're going to even up the score at 1 apiece here. We'll be back for game 3.
Sword for Jessica, sorry, goodbye.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.